This is not a test. This is rock and roll.
I wake up every morning in a bed that's too small, drive my daughter to a school that's too expensive, and then I go to work to a job for which I get paid too little.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. We can stay up late, swapping manly stories, and in the morning, I'm making waffles.
You're waking up with the Morning App on 90.5 WASU.
Happy day after the Super Bowl. It should be a national holiday. I know a lot of people want it recognized, but we are, of course, here bright and early, 8 a.m. to help you, the few people that actually did go to work/class. I'm Joshua alongside Kati and Dovy. How are you both?
Good. A little flustered from yesterday. And not, I don't want to sound like a dad, but I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. Yeah. Wow. Y'all probably know why.
Yeah.
We're all on the same page here.
Peeved.
Quite. Yeah.
Quite.
Does anybody want to jump into this rant?
You got it.
So, as you all know, we were really, really hoping that at the Super Bowl halftime show, because it's at the Mercedes-Benz Arena, is it what's the official name?
I think
Superdome,
it's
I think.
it's called a
Superdome.
Superdome.
If you were ever born between 1990 and 2005, you were probably watching Spongebob at any point, whatever it is. And the famous episode where they play at the Mercedes-Benz Bowl Super Arena.
I think it was just the
whatever
Superdome.
it was. Yeah, first of all, it was a really good, wholesome episode, too. That's what
It was the best episode.
It was one of the best episodes where Squidward gets SpongeBob to grab everybody together and they all play the Super Bowl.
And it was like one of the few ones that Squidward's actually gotten a happy ending.
Exactly.
Which is very rare.
The whole message of the story is even if your friend's kind of annoying, like you should always do something for them.
Yeah.
And that's not the point. They played this massive, awesome song. It was like a rock ballad called Sweet Victory, and it's an iconic moment. And this was the one shot that they had to play that song at the Super Bowl. They didn't have to, right? So in all fairness, they didn't have to do it. But if they did do it, we would have flipped out,
we
right?
would have lost him. I would have cried.
It's almost
actually cried.
Yeah, I don't know how they didn't do it. They would have made so much money.
They definitely didn't do it because it wasn't his song. You know that's why. Maroon 5 didn't want to play it because it wasn't his song.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that it felt like they were playing it so safe with the whole halftime show. It was just kind of like, it's what we've seen before. They didn't really take any risks, I'd say. And so it was kind of one of those things where they had this chance to do something that was risky and would have brought Maroon 5 more exposure. Even if Travis Scott had done it or something, then I don't know. I think it was almost worse that they put in that little clip because it looked like it was going into that. And then they went into sicko mode and everyone just got mad because it was the biggest fake out. And it was really disappointing because there was a lot of hype built around it, and they teased it so much only to have that little bit.
That's exactly why.
Again,
it's just sad.
I love Maroon 5. I'm not gonna say I like them. I love them. I love their music.
They've been relevant since like high school.
Yeah.
Like somehow they've just been dropping hits like nonstop. They're like, they wake up in the middle of the night. I got a hit. All right, good night. And then they just wake up and it's number one. I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah.
They've just been relevant forever.
I was happy that they played some of their older music that, wasn't so maybe electronically done, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like This Love, and I think, what was another one? She Will Be Loved, another one. So he sang a couple of the old ones, which I liked, but, I mean, there wasn't much there. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. And then the SpongeBob thing just ruined it for me.
Yeah.
When he had I think I Like the Way You Move came up at some point during the Super Bowl halftime, but like Adam was so out of breath that he was just ruining it, I think. Like the harmonies were good except for him. I can hear him be like, I like the way you move. And it's just like, I really like the song, but you're kind of ruining it, man.
Yeah. Oh man.
And then we could talk about shirtless part of the act.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, we just like.
It just
Yeah,
kept getting worse.
Things weren't exciting enough, so he got a call from his manager in his ear, and he's like, "Okay, we gotta go to phase 2. We gotta go to phase
Adam,
2."
take your shirt off. I'm almost 40 though. Just do it. Just go for it.
Dude, and the tank top he was wearing, that pattern. There, I saw a picture. Someone had curtains that looked exactly like it, so they took the curtains, put it beside the TV, and like took a picture. It was the exact same. Like it looked like he had just made the tank top out of those exact curtains. It's like, oh my god.
Yikes.
Any longer and his pants would have come off. That's what I was seeing everywhere, because the shirt first,
Yeah.
He had a jacket
that's
came
true,
off,
that's true.
then the tank top, and then I'm like, if things don't get any better, we're about to go to phase 3, and I'm a little worried here.
My girlfriend immediately when he did that, she just like she looked at like the tattoos and she was like, California? You just have California above your belly button? Like
It's special.
I saw a second picture where it had a picture of him with his shirt off and then a Chipotle bag, and it looked so similar.
Oh,
that
Like
could be
the
a meme,
side of
honestly.
him. Yeah, it was bad, but
I mean,
that's just kind of the way his tattoos are styled, though.
the party we were at, like the second his shirt came off, a lot of the girls in the room screamed. They were all happy and
Yeah.
excited, but I wasn't too impressed.
No, honestly, I thought he kind of had a belly.
Yeah, I mean,
I thought he kind of had a belly.
Right.
I'm gonna say it here.
that's
I really do think I saw him, but I was like, that's a dad belly.
I think he's
That's a 40. That's nothing. There's nothing wrong with that. Like he's a man. Like that's what happens to your tummy when you get old and gravity starts.
California starts
It's-
dipping
yeah.
down.
But, but I was just like, dude, you're not like. You're not in your prime like that. You
Dude, I
can't just
love to
take
hear
your-
guys talking about it.
Like that's honestly the most accurate dad bod.
Yeah, he wasn't in
He's
terrible
still in shape.
Yeah,
Like I'm not trying to be like, yo, it's gross, but it's just like the in between valley.
Okay.
If Jack Black takes his shirt off on stage, it's hilarious, and it's like you rock, man. You
Yeah.
can just do whatever you want. You can, people still worship him, but like, or you could be like super ripped and people will freak out. But if you're like in the middle, people are like, yeah, California. On the tattoo, it's hot.
I see. Okay.
Yeah,
That's-
it's like,
that's
it's just kinda like you don't know what to do.
Like I thought you were better looking. Down, like I don't know.
How old is he? Isn't he like
Probably 40s, right?
decently?
He's 39, I think. I looked it up.
39.
Yeah, and he actually, his hairline was even kind of.
Ooh.
Wow,
Going
Dovy
backwards
just
a little
ripping.
bit.
You guys, yeah, really
out.
are.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
He's still a great
Savages
singer.
here.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna like throw yourself out, like
Okay, no, I see what you mean. Yeah.
when he wasn't out of breath, he was hitting the high notes
Yeah.
decently well. For a lot of people auto tune it, so I was impressed with that.
I did respect that.
that was good.
Instruments, the whole
Yeah.
they were the
Yeah.
whole band was there.
The little guitar solo
Mhm.
thing. That was cool.
He shredded. He's
Yeah.
he's honestly one of the most underrated guitar players out there, in my
Yeah.
opinion. He can
Yeah, I
shred.
didn't really know that he did play guitar that
Mhm.
well.
I just really enjoyed the one part of it where it was one of the extra singers came on, and it's him in the middle, the extra singer, Adam to his right, and then another guy to his left, and they're all wearing that like frat type jacket,
Oh, no.
the high school I don't know, the high school Letterman type jacket
Like
look.
just like a blazer, right? Or
No, it was a zip.
Oh, you're talking about like what do you call them?
I don't know.
Yeah, I did what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
The jockey jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and the main guy's in the middle, Adam to his right, and then left, and they're all in like perfect arm swing, snap swing, and everything. And I'm like, this is the boy band. Did
Yeah.
no one else notice that? I thought it was perfect rhythm.
I don't
No?
know.
I think I
it
may
was
have
ju-
missed that
I didn't
part.
see
Just
that.
me.
Sorry, man.
I was watching the whole thing, but I
Yeah.
just thought, I was like, Adam, you're supposed to be the main act, and here you are kind of in the background as like one of the
He's like on
in
the
sync
side.
guys.
Is
like
that when they
backup
were
guys.
like all three? You're talking about when they were all three of
Yeah.
them were together and they were just like
Yeah,
yeah.
just like- right?
I remember that.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. It was kind of.
I think I was
cheesy.
just.
It's
Yeah.
kind of boring.
I mean, they weren't
Like-
they look like a quartet or something. I don't know, a
Yeah.
barbershop quartet type deal. They weren't doing much.
Yeah.
It looked like when like a bunch of rich kids at a music school have their final performance. That's like that moment.
Oh my gosh, you guys are savages
sorry.
this morning, man.
Let me be a music critic. Just talk
Well,
shady about everybody.
It's fine. It's fine.
with
man.
Adam's California tummy and no Spongebob, we're going to make it up to you with a little sweet victory right here. I know we played it on Friday, but we're playing it again because we missed it.
And now back to your favorite morning talk show, The Morning App, on 90.5 WASU.
We're back, and we're talking even more Super Bowl because the Super Bowl is definitely more than just a halftime show, even though it didn't feel like it, especially after our hearts got ripped out of our chest after no Spongebob.
I'm going to dislike it right now on YouTube.
Yeah. So the YouTube video that the NFL posted of the full Super Bowl halftime show, that everyone's making some kind of petition about disliking it. And so there's 124,000 dislikes on it. So, yes.
Yikes. I'm going to, everybody go undislike baby and the YouTube Rewind video.
Yeah, the YouTube Rewind.
Which is currently the two most disliked videos on YouTube. But if it was this would make a huge, statement. You know what I mean?
Well,
oh, man.
But didn't he expect the controversy, though? Like Adam Levine. There's a video I just saw.
I don't know.
That he expected people to be.
He responded after it, and I think he responded to his critics, but he's like, I just felt something deep inside me and on his Instagram page. You know the lanterns that went up that everyone was holding during the halftime show?
Yeah.
It had words on it like hope, inspire, courage, stuff like that. So he wrote all those words down in his Instagram posts. Like, these are the things that inspire me to do, which, great.
Yeah.
But it wasn't impressive or anything.
No, but it's also kind of cliche.
But
it's nothing.
Yeah.
You could. You know what I'm saying? The drones doing the thing where it was
One love.
I thought it was cool what they were doing, but also it was kind of the message just was kind of too. I don't know. It's just too predictable. It's just too cliche. It's
no, it was just
what do we do?
Other halftime shows.
Yeah, people would like this. Let's just do that.
You know what? If you sing "Sweet Victory," you could have made the lanterns into the words "Sweet Victory."
It's true.
But
SpongeBob is a way we could all get together, honestly, because I feel
really
like that's
does
something
bring people together.
Everyone has in common is SpongeBob.
Yeah, it just all of a sudden, I was talking to someone the other day, and it was just kind of an awkward conversation, and then we were talking about the Super Bowl, and then maybe they'll play Sweet Victory, and then we just started talking about SpongeBob for a long time, and it was great. It was a great conversation.
We are hung up on SpongeBob.
Crazy?
It's on the brain, man.
Isn't this nuts? All these old people are going to be like, I don't get why. Everybody's so mad. We gave them everything. We gave them Travis Scott coming in from a meteor. What else do you want from us?
SpongeBob.
We want SpongeBob.
No, but other than that, the game was kind of boring anyways.
It was bad.
So it was I was already disappointed, and I was like, okay, second half, here we go. Let's turn it up. Let's go. I want to see something.
It was
it was a terrible game.
Yeah, nothing really happened.
No. And not even, you can argue, as a sports guy, you could argue, defensive performance. No, the other team the Rams were not good.
No.
Offensively. They had plenty of opportunity. They just were bad. It was a bad game. And then on top of it, the commercials were bad too.
Yeah.
They were.
I didn't get to watch a lot of them, but they just weren't, from what I saw. The one that stands out to me was a Burger King one. Anyone else see the Burger King one?
That one was weird.
I don't understand, because it looked like it's this guy, okay? So it's a really bland commercial, this old guy, and he slowly just takes his burger from Burger King out of his wrapper and just starts unwrapping it, and then he starts pouring ketchup on his plate, just completely silent, basically, and then he starts dipping his burger in the ketchup, and he eats it. And it comes up, and it's like, #EatLikeAndy. And I'm asking myself, why would
Andy Warhol?
Why would I want to eat like Andy? He's eating alone. He's dipping his burger in ketchup. He does not look happy.
It's very weird. I don't know what kind, because I don't know how Burger King's still kicking, honestly.
With commercials like that.
Well, commercials like that. What is that supposed to
I can look it up.
To...
Eat like Andy? I just didn't understand. I don't want to eat like Andy.
I'm trying to look it up now because there's an article that says why they did that.
And it was really annoying, the paper and how crackly it was. And even when he bit into the burger, it was it just sounded like an alien. I don't know.
It's the first thing that comes up on Google if you do #E and it goes eat like Andy.
Oh, no. No.
Well, that's what they're trying to push, I guess. Eat like Andy.
Yeah. I guess they were just going for the, I don't know. Well, because it was a long commercial, too. They were saying
boring.
Well, I guess it's supposed to be I don't know, like a postmodern art piece.
No,
but
no one
Burger King,
knows.
I don't know, but,
But
it didn't work.
That was like one of the worst ones I saw, and there was a lot of bad ones, including all the car commercials. But
The ASMR one was cool.
The ASMR was, yeah.
I'm not into that kind of I don't know, but I thought it was it was very unique, and they were able to take something that was a trend this past year and make it into a cool
Was
commercial.
that the Stella beer?
no,
I don't think
it was Michelob.
Yeah.
But it was
yeah,
Michelob.
yeah,
But
yeah.
okay, you make something cool, something that has meaning throughout the whole entire year, and you make it about a beer, right? I mean, I don't know. That's just my thinking.
I guess. I mean, it's smart.
At least it was creative. That's what I'm saying.
I
That it
thought
was well done.
T-Mobile had a great idea because they didn't have to spend any money on they basically just had
Text.
the text screen, right? So they didn't have any actors or anything like that. It was just like a pink screen with like little conversation bubbles, and they came up with some really funny stuff like, "Hey, I'm here for," and then and then the person was like, "Oh my God, thank you so much. Like, it's been such a hard year." He's like, "No, dude, like I'm here. I have your pizza outside."
Oh yeah.
The guy's like, "Oh." Those are good. They had like a good 2 out of 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
T-Mobile did.
Yeah,
okay.
and the one about the dad texting and stuff.
Yeah, the one that the ones that I remember the most were the ones that teased like shows or movies.
Mm-hmm.
The Twilight Zone. Did you see that?
I didn't see that one. Wait, Twilight Zone?
Yes, Jordan Peele.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, he's gonna be the host for it, and it was. I kind of want to see it again.
Hold on, so it's a show?
What is it?
Yeah, the Twilight Zone.
I haven't heard
back.
that. I love the Twilight
It's coming
Zone.
back.
What is it?
And the trailer was wonderful.
During the break, I'm looking.
You never heard of the Twilight Zone?
I've heard of it. I don't know what it is.
Oh my
It's like it was Black Mirror before Black Mirror. It was.
But
it's more. It's not just about technology.
No.
You probably know more than I do because I haven't watched any of the original.
I mean it's like old, but it's one of those the episodes. I think Black Mirror is a little more scary. I feel like Black Mirror is a little harder to watch because it does feel so real. But I think the Twilight Zone deals more with morality and like some of the moral decisions. But there are a lot of space ones. But they're really cool. There's some they're really cool episodes. They make you think and you watch them and you're just like, wow. But for being such an old show, it's in black and white and everything. It stands like the test of time. Like I can watch them now and still be like, oh my god.
I've had teachers show them in class. My girlfriend told me about one where one of her favorite ones where like it was an episode about the scariest moment on Earth, and it was a fictional story. They're all fictional about like a guy. He's the only person in the world, right, by himself, and he's only lived by himself his whole life. So he doesn't even know that, like, he's just by himself. He's never thought about the idea of there being any other people. And then somebody knocks on his door.
Wow.
Yep.
And then they play that music, and it's hardcore. It's like, whoa.
No,
never would have thought of that.
Yeah. No, they have really unique ideas that they've got. Like, I want to talk about them, but I don't want to spoil them if you do watch them. So there's...
Well, with Jordan Peele, it should be even better.
Yeah,
you would think.
It's crazy, yeah, because he's very. I guess it hasn't been since he made Get Out that I've thought of him as, also very deep on these certain levels. Like because before he's funny. Obviously, he did Key and Peele, but he's also got like a very like philosophical side to him.
His new movie's coming out.
Yeah,
did you see that? That looks
really good. Is it Us?
I think it is, or something like that.
Us or something about. Yeah, it's like.
I don't remember, but. I mean, the commercials with movies or shows were good. We'll talk about the Avengers spot a little bit later on the show because we're all nerds and we want to talk about it. But, I mean, they just weren't great this year.
Yeah.
That's literally all. We can talk about them all day long, but they just
I think that's what was sad about it is because growing up, the Super Bowl was such a big thing and it was so fun to watch and cool. And now it's like we're getting older, and I can't tell if it's because we're getting older or if it's just that it's not as good now.
It's not as good.
It's just really kind of depressing because I don't know, all those memories.
Well, I think we've wrapped up Super Bowl talk. I think we've kind of buried it. We will talk about the Avengers spot a little bit later on in the show, so we still have that. But on the other side of the break, we're going to be talking the next Batman actor because, once again, we're nerds and we want to.
Morning App on 90.5 WASU and WASUradio.com.
Welcome back to the Morning App. We just talked about the Super Bowl for a good bit, but now we're moving on to our more nerdy part of the show. We've just heard news about the next Batman movie that actually a lot of people have been wanting ever since, oh my gosh, Ben Affleck, right?
Yes.
Ever since we saw Ben Affleck's performance in his movies, I think people, even though it's been 50-50 among the fans, I think a lot of fans really liked Ben Affleck as Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But he's out. He's officially not playing Batman anymore.
Was that his decision?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was just, I mean, they're just not.
It's a big commitment to.
Yeah, exactly. And so, one, it's like, where do they go from here? Because you can't just replace Batman midway through this whole project. But they're still rolling with it. They're going to do it. And so we don't know who the next Batman is, and so we're going to try to come up with some of our favorite picks or predictions as to who might get chosen.
Yeah, the movie comes out in summer of 2021. They already have the expected day, and they have days that they're filming, so they have to get a Batman quick.
Okay.
That's one of the issues. They've announced it already when it's coming out, so now they have to find
We
someone.
should be able to find out before the end of the year, or before
It
the end
should be
before
within the
end
next
of
couple
summer.
of months, I would hope. But any suggestions anyone want to throw out there first?
I can't think of one.
You can't. It is
really
hard.
can't think of one because you would have to. Here's the thing. Do we need to worry about him looking like Ben Affleck? Would it be too confusing, or are they just?
They're going with a younger one. The reason, the quote-unquote reason why Ben Affleck is technically stepping down is they want to make it a younger Batman.
That would make sense.
That makes sense.
They've
But it's
had.
not the actual reason.
No.
Would they?
That's a good save, though.
Do you think they do kind of like how the newer Spider-Man movies, how they have kind of a younger one? Do you think they'll do more of Batman's like backstory since they'd be having a younger?
Maybe they'll do an
Batman?
origin story.
Not necessarily an origin story, but just even him like
As
just
a young
being
guy.
younger and kind of
Younger Batman with
Yeah.
Robin.
we need Robin.
We need
Honestly,
Robin.
why have we not
Do
had a
we?
better Robin? Yes.
Okay. I know the next Batman movie, the person, Matt Reeves, wants to make it a kind of Sherlock detective type Batman movie because his argument is that in the comic books, Batman is the greatest detective of our generation, and we haven't really seen it. So he says it's going to be like a mystery type thing with him solving it.
He did that a little bit in Batman versus Superman. I hated the movie, but I liked the Batman.
It's the greatest
scenes.
film ever.
I hated how Batman went around killing everybody, but I liked when he did the detective stuff, like undercover stuff. It's true. It's like one of the most fun parts, in my opinion. I saw a article saying that Nick Jonas
I just pulled that up too.
was offering to replace Ben Affleck as Batman.
What?
Yeah.
Could you imagine that?
I mean,
he can get in shape. He's already in shape.
Nick John. See, I'm just having a hard time remembering what he looks like now because I can only imagine him with like the fro. Oh, okay.
We have the same picture of Dovy.
You guys literally have it from
Identical.
the same article too.
Teen Vogue.
Just look at.
That's nice.
Did someone have an SOS?
See, but he would pull off the younger Batman look though, because he's got such a baby face that he could pass for a younger. I mean, how old is he?
I mean, must be getting close to 30.
Yeah,
Another one
been around a while.
could potentially be the younger Hemsworth, the one that just is dating Miley
Liam
or
Hemsworth?
married Miley.
Interesting. Oh, no.
Yeah, they're married now.
They're married. Yeah, they sealed the deal.
They sealed the deal.
You got him.
Ooh, Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
Oh.
I heard about that one.
He would slay it. Josh
he wouldn't.
Brolin is pretty old.
Jake Gyllenhaal is one that apparently has been rumored for a while.
That would just be weird
Jake
though.
Gyllenhaal.
I mean, it could work, but it's just kind of gonna be weird since he's gonna be Mysterio.
Yeah.
But
You're not wrong.
I mean, I don't know. Some of these actors have very goofy personalities. So do you think they'd still want to have a more serious Batman or like have a more comical approach? Because the Batman movies in the past have been kind of dark.
It depends.
And so I wonder if they'd take a more.
It's interesting how like history has changed the comics of Batman, because I think there was just a point where I don't know, it didn't get dark until like the 80s, I think.
Yeah.
At one point it was very like slapstick and almost
No, the
cheesy.
old like Batman from 1960 or whatever is just the weirdest thing. It's so funny, but it's definitely not one you take seriously. But I just wonder, because Marvel has kind of taken the whole comedic route with superhero movies. I know a lot of people who are big DC fans are only DC fans because they just don't like how Marvel's taken such a comedic, like, lighthearted approach.
But here's the thing. I think Infinity Wars I think they did dark and depressing better than DC did, honestly, after that movie. And they kept it funny. They kept it fun.
Yeah.
But they made it more dark and, like, ominous than DC's ever done it.
No,
So they're
and
doing it better than them.
I like the adding the comedy in because it kind of, I don't know, diversifies it so it's not so like, because I just can't watch The Dark Knight that often because it's just like so sad, just like, oh, so dark. But I wonder if to be more competitive with Marvel, if they would want to put more comedy in.
Well, I got 3 more actors for you.
Okay.
Ready? What if we went back to our roots and we had Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
Oh.
I don't know.
He's a likable guy. I don't know if I see him as a Bruce Wayne.
But see,
but
yeah,
maybe.
because I feel like I've only seen him in nerdy kind of roles. So if we want like a goofy kind of awkward Batman, then that.
Yeah.
All right. I
don't know.
I got a couple others.
Okay.
Different take. You got Michael B. Jordan.
Oh.
He'd be good at anything, honestly. He would be great at that, to be honest.
He's also in Marvel, of course, but
yeah,
he's
but
dead
he
now.
wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't.
He is coming back, but you know.
Oh, okay.
He returns
You know
as the
he is.
Batman.
Really?
Are you serious?
From what I've read, he's gonna probably be back in Black Panther 2.
How
Just
would
saying.
he come back?
Don't ask me.
Technology.
Maybe.
The Thanos
Time stone.
thing. I don't.
Are they going back that far?
I don't know.
They need to get rid of that time stone
I'm
quick.
just saying,
Oh my gosh! Yeah, no,
always, it's too much of a. We can bring people back whose contracts have ended.
Yeah, but I have Michael B. Jordan, and then I have Armie Hammer. Anybody know who he is?
I don't know.
You don't know who Armie Hammer is?
His name is Armie Hammer.
Yeah, he's this actor here.
What?
Here in the middle. I got a picture in the studio that I'm showing.
Ooh.
He's a very good actor.
He looks clean cut. He looks like he could be.
He looks like
He's young enough.
Yeah. Wow.
He's in The Man from U.N.C.L.E., if anybody knows. He's not
I haven't seen
Henry
that.
Cavill. He's not the female. He's the other one, the Russian one, if anybody knows.
Dude, I heard that Henry was also considering
Batman?
at the
leaving.
same time. Oh, yeah, I
The
thought he
Superman.
was.
I don't know.
He's
if he-
gone.
Yeah, I
He
thought
is
he like
gone?
for sure
Dovy,
was.
where have you been?
Dude, I thought that was an official.
No, yeah.
No, he's gone.
So you're telling me Superman and Batman are gone?
Yeah.
That's like if Iron Man. That's like if Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans dropped out before Endgame.
Well, oh yeah, that wouldn't.
Do you know what I mean? They had to like get some new people in for that.
Yeah.
No, he's.
Good
The
luck,
whole
DC.
Justice
I don't
League
know.
kind of needs a whole revamp, anyways, because that
Yo,
was a disappointing movie.
Apparently, Suicide Squad. They're making a sequel, but
Yeah.
I've read that it might be a reboot.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You know what? Just start over with everything.
It's just getting.
Suicide Squad wasn't that bad. It had a very unique, like I liked the graphics and how it kind of had its own thing going. But
Yeah.
as far as
The story, you kind of like.
it's just.
Well,
this is like the Super Bowl halftime. show.
DC and the Super Bowl halftime show is in a bit of misery. Oh, here's Maroon 5.
Now back to the morning app on 90.5 WASU.
All right, so we're gonna keep on the theme.
Wait, Kati.
What? Oh, okay, sorry, I jumped the gun.
Sorry, I had to. Okay, you may go now.
Oh, thanks. Okay, I don't even remember what I was saying. Oh yes, keeping in the theme of Super Bowls. So one thing that at Super Bowl parties or like little get-togethers, sometimes it can get a little tense environment if you're rooting for different teams or if just sometimes people get a little too crazy.
Passionate.
Yes. So I guess what we're going to talk about is what are some ways to resolve conflicts that may arise in situations like that when you're saying things that you don't necessarily mean because you're when there's a lot of people in a situation, I feel like sometimes I'll say things that I don't necessarily mean because it's just, does that make sense? Like you'll, I don't know.
You're in a new state of mind when you're in a party setting.
Yeah, and it's because I feel like other people will influence you to say things sometimes that you don't mean.
Mm-hmm.
If someone's being really negative, for example, then it can make you kind of mad. Or, I don't know.
How do you diffuse it?
Yeah, if someone's a
Food.
Patriots fan and they're being all rowdy and mean.
Kick them out.
No. I would just get food out.
Yeah, get food
No,
out.
I don't want to give up my food.
I'd be like, yo, queso. And then everybody's like, what? Problem solved. I think food brings everybody together to some degree.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I've never had like a fight happen or anything like that in my apartment because I don't have a lot of people over and it's also very small. But I have seen fights go down at people's houses. It's one of those things where I'm like, I don't know what I would do in this situation.
Most of the time, it's just everyone kind of just lets it go for the night, and then the next morning, all the apologies start coming out.
Yeah.
But it's...
Guys are different.
Okay, how do guys handle
it probably
this?
happened then and there.
That it would just be all...
You know what I mean?
And there's no apologies.
Let's rip the Band-Aid off. Let's just go.
No apology.
No
Wait, so how do you handle, like...
I don't think we do. I would not ask us.
Yeah, we're not the
I'm
kind of
asking
type.
you.
No, I don't think we handle anything goodly.
Goodly?
Yeah, I'm that guy that just sips in the corner, just like, oh my gosh, this is happening right now. This is super awkward.
I'm sipping, but I really want to know what's going to happen. So I'm all over. I'm like, oh,
okay.
Wow, this is happening. This is about to happen. Like, come on. I'm just like gossiping.
If your friend was about to get in a fight, would you like have their back? Would you jump in that? Like let's say your friend is about to get into a fight at a party, right? And then somebody else is about to like fight him, and then like his
Not
boys,
like physical fight. Are we talking just
they're about to
fight?
they're about like it's tense. It's like they're
Okay,
about
they're
to face
start
each other
throwing
off.
hands.
Something
Okay, yeah.
happened. I don't know what it is. Then like his boys start to get like closer to him, right? You know that thing that happens, like guys just like start to back up their friend. And then, like, would you do that? Would you jump in? This is, I guess, a more specific question for Josh, because it's like...
Yeah, girls don't really get into physical fights. It has to be like a...
You didn't go to my high school.
No, but it has
That's
to be
like
something
90%.
really, like, intense for
Yeah.
it to be a physical fight. Most of the time, it's like we will rip each other to shreds with words. And, like, we don't even need
Watch The
physical...
Bachelor.
No.
She's right.
I gotta catch up.
Like,
It's
I've never...
nasty.
Yeah, no, girls...
Y'all savage.
We don't need physical violence
the
because
last-
the words are enough.
Yeah.
The last quote in The Bachelor, Colton, the Bachelor, he goes to this girl and he's like, so it has come to my attention that you have been called the cancer of the house.
No, because another girl went and told Colton, she was like, you got to get rid of this girl. She's just terrible. She's the cancer of the house. She's bringing everyone down. Yeah, and so then he goes to the girl who was called the cancer of the house and tells her. And so then the girl, she goes out and she's like, who called me the cancer of the house? And then the girl who said it raised her hand.
Yes, and then all the other girls have like wine and they're just like sipping the wine. Like, here we go.
They're just like, oh my gosh.
It's a free roast for me tonight.
But then the girl who was called the cancer of the house, she got let go. So.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
good. I'm glad we found
Which
that
is-
here.
So no more.
Crazy. It worked.
Well-
is what that.
No, but yeah, that's girls are petty like that. Well,
Yeah, guys are like, I always describe it as like guys are microwaves and women are ovens. Like guys just
Okay.
like fast and boom and it happens and it's
Okay.
over. women it takes longer. There's more of
I have to have
arc.
a cool down period. If I'm really angry about something, then I have to kind of just okay, we're not going to resolve this right now because I'm too mad to even form an argument or figure out, I don't know, even apologize because I'm just so heated right now. And so it's nice because even the other person's heated, you're just saying things you don't mean. I don't like to say things that I don't mean and possibly wreck the friendship if, I don't know. I just rather have time to just kind of think about it and cool down so I can actually have a logical discussion about it. But
by logical, you mean cool down and then eventually make your points to eventually kill the other person?
No. I mean, but
plot.
it's even being willing to admit that I was wrong on some of it or even all of it. That, okay, here's where I was. This is how I was reacting to the situation.
You come back and you're like, hey, I forgive you for messing up earlier.
Yo, that's the thing.
Maybe not.
If you watch The Bachelor, you will see all of that stuff. It's sometimes girls will come to try to find middle ground, and then nothing happens. They make it worse somehow.
No, or even the Kaylin and Hannah, the two people who had the big argument, the two Miss
the Miss Alabama and Miss North Carolina.
Yeah, they were in the Miss USA competition together, and they one girl got runner-up or something, and the other girl didn't. So the other girl was being kind of petty about it, and so they've had
They made it kind of work.
Yeah, they kind of made up, but it was pretty fake. It was just one of those that seemed like it's not gonna last.
This week, we're gonna find out a little bit more.
I'll catch up.
The tea will be
promise.
spilled.
I'll catch
fantasy league points.
Oh no.
We're gonna wrap it up on the other side of the break with some Avengers here on the Morning App.
And now back to your favorite morning talk show, The Morning App on 90.5 WASU.
Wrapping up the morning app with one of our favorite topics, of course. The Avengers dropped a new spot. Literally, they were the smartest commercial. You know why? Because the whole game was absolutely boring, and they put their commercial out at the beginning.
Just like we know who's watching. We know exactly what they're talking about right now. I remember sitting down being like, the trailers. I forgot, like, part of the commercials are the trailers too, and then it just happened. It was like...
Because I'm sure everyone turned off their TV after, I don't know, half?
Yeah.
After the halftime show, and Avengers came out strong.
Okay.
Yeah, they did. It was quick. It was like, everybody was rogue. That was cool. They kind of did have a spoiler in there, though.
What's
your spoiler?
It's... I guess I can't really ruin it. It was...
No, because,
Iron Man was back at Earth, like, doing something. He was building something.
I mean, but that's something you know that he's going to find a way.
I don't want to see
You don't know
though.
how.
Yeah.
But you know, and no one expected him to be stuck in space. I feel like that's not necessarily a spoiler, but...
Yeah, but it was a good trailer. I thought it was cool just seeing them all walk together in the shadow, and it wasn't the original... Like, they had the original Avengers, but there was also Rocket.
Yeah.
All that,
Well,
you know.
I've got a potential spoiler for it. Someone online has noticed that in the parts of the trailer where... You remember where they're walking outside the stadium and they're looking up at the sky in the darkness?
I think so.
This part of the trailer?
Oh, I don't remember that.
Okay, well, there's a couple moments in the trailer where several Avengers are walking at the same time.
Okay.
And someone has noticed that there's a weird gap in spacing in the trailer, and they believe Marvel has purposely edited out certain characters from these walking. Because the photo that I just showed you has Evans, what's her name? A couple of the others, and then Rhodey off here in the corner, and then I'm showing you actually wasn't in the Super Bowl trailer. People are editing people back in to make it look like, hey, this is where they would look if there wasn't a gap.
But what characters would be placed in?
People think Captain Marvel. People think
You know,
any other ones.
Pepper Potts.
Yeah.
Ooh.
She might be, you know, Rescue was her name in the comics, and they think that she's gonna go to space to get Tony.
Yes,
rescue.
dude, that'd be
solid
tight.
if she comes to save the day.
We need that. We need the females saving the guys.
Captain Marvel too is one there.
Yeah. Because she had her own whole trailer, right?
So I don't know if she's in there yet, or I don't know.
No, she has
She
not been
wouldn't
in Avengers one yet.
Yeah, because
She should be in Endgame.
Well, she will be, but no one's seen her in any of the trailers, which is why people think that maybe she's edited out.
Yeah, probably. I don't know, though, because that's not necessarily a spoiler, though, because everyone knows that she's going to be in it.
Yeah, everybody has the idea, you know.
So maybe there's something that happens in, like, Captain Marvel that...
That's really the next step.
Like, I don't know.
It all depends on Captain Marvel, which is coming out when?
March
soon, right?
8th, I'd like to say.
Ooh.
March.
Yeah, it's coming out really soon.
Is that correct? Yes, okay.
March 8th?
It's on International Women's Day.
March 7th, you could see it. You know.
Which is what we'll try and do.
Yes.
But overall, I mean, trailer was good. It did show that basically all of New York was gone.
Yeah.
Very
I also,
absent.
I liked how they showed Chris Evans or like Captain America. He seemed, like you could tell that he was just like done. Like he was ready to like avenge what was going to happen.
He
which
looks
I think
tired,
it's going to give him a lot more, because I think in some of the movies he's just kind of hasn't had a lot of character development. He's just kind of, after his movies, he just hasn't gone anywhere.
Infinity War especially.
It's been kind of boring.
Yeah.
Like, I love Captain America, but I think they're going to give him a new edge, and he's going to be way more dynamic.
He's going to pick up the hammer.
Oh my
pick up
gosh,
those
he's going to actually pick
I'm
it up.
telling you, he's going to pick that mess up
That would be insane.
in the movie, and I will scream
I
like...
won't, I won't
like
talk to you about what'll happen after the movie for him.
Oh. No, we're not going to talk about that part now.
We don't need to know.
I need to see him be great in this last movie, and yeah, that's fine.
I trust him.
Okay.
Trust Marvel completely.
Well, it was a great commercial. We're hoping for a larger trailer coming out in a little bit. Don't know when, don't know where, but hoping for it. Thanks for listening. We'll be back on Wednesday.